All right, what a start to the 2026 World Cup. We have got our first look at Group A, and after match day 1, it is Mexico and South Korea sitting at the top with 3 points each. But if you only looked at the scoreline, you would have missed a whole lot of what actually happened in the game. So let's break it down so every single person in the back can understand how grave and how stupendous and how great this games were. Now let's start with Mexico versus South Africa. Now, at this particular game, my name was Juan Pablo. You get me? My name was Juan Pablo, and I was singing Un poco loco, un poco tiki because I was supporting Mexico. Do not ask me why, but I was supporting Mexico. First things first, Mexico got the job done. The pressure was massive. You are hosting the World Cup. You are opening the tournament with 80,000 plus fans in the Azteca. This is the same Azteca that we saw the hand of God from Maradona. This is the same Azteca that we saw Pillah play in. It's the same Azteca that we saw Brazil win the World Cup those days. It's the same Azteca that we saw Argentina play a finals in those days. And honestly, Mexico looked like a team that understood the moment, understood the assignment, and there comes the first black Mexican that I've seen, or Mexican that I've seen in Julian, how you pronounce it? Quinones. I think that's how you pronounce it. He needed just 9 minutes to score the first goal in the entire World Cup. And guess what he did? He absolutely danced the Sifiwe Shabalala celebration. He gave them the good. He gave them that. He gave them that after scoring the first goal in the World Cup. You understand? South Africa made a mistake and immediately settling nerves later. Raul Jimenez added a second goal with a powerful header to seal the 2-0 win. Now, don't get me wrong. Raul Jimenez scoring a goal in a World Cup when nobody thought after the head clash with David Luiz he would play football again is a bloody miracle. And we need to give him credit for that. We need to give the medicals credit for getting him back into playing shape where he played for Fulham and actually got them as a Premier League favourite. It is magical to see that he scores in the first game for Mexico as he arrives back to play for the national team. It's absolutely amazing. And now, here's the interesting part. Don't think Mexico was spectacular. I really don't think so. I think they were professional in their situation. That was the difference. They controlled the game. They controlled the possession. They controlled territory. But there were moments where they should have been more ruthless in front of goal. Against a stronger opponent, that right there, those missed chances might become a problem. And they need to absolutely look at that. Now for South Africa didn't literally help themselves either. The game completely fell apart after the red card started flying. So Hello, oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sifelo was sent off early in the second half. Then Themba Zweni followed later, leaving South Africa with 9 men. Mexico's Cesar Montes also saw a red card in the stoppage time, meaning that he will miss the next match. And that's actually the biggest concern for Mexico moving forward. Not the result, the suspension. Because now they head to massive South Korea without one of their starting centre-backs. Overall, it was mission accomplished. 3 points, clean sheet, World Cup is on the way. And Mexico finally won a World Cup opener. So that is that for the Mexico versus South Africa game. Then we move to a game that I absolutely loved late in the evening. South Korea versus Czechia. This game ended 2-1. Now let's talk about this particular game. It was actually a better football match than what we saw earlier in the game. South Korea versus Czechia. This is one that nobody told us that these two teams were absolutely going to give their best. For almost an hour, Korea were the better side. They had control, they had more creativity, they had more technical, they had quality in that situation. But then football happened. A long throw, a powerful header from Ladislav Krejci, I hope that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry. If I butchered the name, I am absolutely sorry. Suddenly, Czechia were leading 1-0 despite not controlling the game entirely. At a point, a lot of teams panic. But South Korea didn't panic in this situation. Instead, they responded exactly how good tournament teams respond. Hwang Ibim took over. I wrote his name. Do I know how to pronounce it? No. But I thought he absolutely took over. He equalized in a brilliant finish, and then he provided the assist for the substitute Ho Hyung-gu for the winner. In the space of 13 minutes, Korea flipped the game on its head, and for me, Hwang was the man of the match. Everyone is talking about Son Heung-min. We all know, and rightfully so. But Hwang controlled the tempo, controlled the midfield, changed the game, and Korea needed somebody to step up. And as for Czechia, I don't think it was a disaster. I think it was them basically saying, we got work to do. We got something to work with. They are physical. They are dangerous from set pieces. They got size. And they definitely got experience. But once Korea increased the tempo, Czechia struggled to keep up. The quality gap started to show, and that is the reason why they lost this game. At the end, Korea looked like a side that deserved all 3 points, and I'm so happy that they got all 3 points because I want to see Son Heung-min absolutely take this team as far as he can take them to. So what does this mean for Group A? And now we get them watching Mexico versus South Korea. Both teams won. Both teams have all 3 points. That game might decide who wins the crowd. Mexico have the momentum, but South Korea might actually be the one that is more fluid in the footballing side based on what we saw today. If Hwang Bin-biom, oh my God, somebody please tell me how to, is playing like how he played, and Son starts finding his best form, Mexico could be in a really difficult night when they face South Korea. Meanwhile, Czechia and South Africa suddenly feels like an elimination match. Lose that and you're probably going home. But here's my takeaway from match day 1. Mexico got the results that they needed. South Korea may have delivered more impressive performance, and Group A just became a whole lot more interesting than we thought it was going to be at the start of the World Cup. Who impressed you most between Mexico and South Korea? Let me know in the comments. And after watching both games, who wins the Group A? Let me know also in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you see in this situation. And let me know that I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys later.